Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your CFL podcast for week number 13. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your weekend. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, CFL week number 12 is in the books, and we are looking forward to the Labor Day Classics. And if you follow the Canadian Football League, you know this is where we separate the pretenders from the contenders, and we will see this weekend how it's going to look like down the stretch. You know, you got a situation in BC where you lose your starting quarterback, Nathan Rourke, to a foot injury, and in comes Vernon Adams now, traded today to the BC Lions for a first-round draft pick in 2023. And then you got Matthew Schultz injured in Hamilton, and Dane Evans will be most likely the starting quarterbacks, and Jamie Newman will be the backup. And according to the website, it looks like it will be Jamie Newman. So we'll see what happens in the Hammer. And then you got Toronto and Ottawa. Ottawa going to face the Montreal Alouettes in Montreal on Friday night. You got the Banjo Bowl. I don't know if it's the Banjo Bowl, this one or the next one, but no, I think the Banjo Bowl is in Winnipeg. So this is the pre-Banjo Bowl, as I guess you can say, and that is Winnipeg at Saskatchewan. And then your Labor Day Classics, you got the Toronto Argonauts visiting Hamilton at Tim Hortons Field, and then you have the Edmonton Elks taking on the Calgary Stampeders at McMahon Stadium. All right, let's get to your podcast here for CFL week number 13. But before we do, you're listening to the Raymond Report. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And if you do follow the show, you know I base all my fundamentals around value, the percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and I use a very disciplined money management system. And you can find the Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com. All right, also before we get to the recaps and the predictions for week number 13, if you like football and you like the NFL style football, the World Series of Handicapping.com Pro Football Contest, if you want to join and sign up, here's the best part: it's free. And if it's free, it's for me, and you want to sign up today at WorldSeriesOfHandicapping.com, all you got to do is sign up, enter 7 picks each week, sides or totals, rate those selections 7 units to 1 unit, and the player with the most amount of units at the end of the season will win this beautiful Baron Championship rings, courtesy of the World Series of Handicapping.com website. All right, let's get to CFL week number 13, and you can see last week it was a pretty good week for the underdogs. In fact, 75% of the dogs won last week, and 50-50 when it comes to the straight-up factor. On the season, favorites in the CFL through the first 12 weeks have won 72.2% of their games, 27.8% to the underdogs. And for the point spread, well, the bookmakers doing a good job. 51.4% of the favorites have covered a spread, 48.6%. So as a bookmaker, they got to be happy with that, because in the end, the goal of the bookmaker is this: if they put 100 people in the room, they want 50 betting on Ottawa, 50 betting on Montreal, and then they make their money in the middle. And you can see by that number right there, they're doing a pretty good job. And when it comes to the over-under, 56% of the games in the CFL this season have gone over the total, and 43.8% of the games have gone under. So that is your CFL Money Report for week number 13. All right, speaking of reports and standings, and now without Nathan Rourke, we're going to see at the BC Lions on offense if they're going to continue to be productive. In the Canadian Football League through the first 12 weeks, you can see the BC Lions have the most points per game average, 33.9, followed by Calgary, Winnipeg, and the thing that stands out right there is 3 Western teams, right? And then you got Montreal coming in at 4th with 26 points per game, Saskatchewan, Toronto, Hamilton, and then you got Edmonton at 19.6, and the Ottawa Red Blacks at 19.2, and they're the bottom half of the standings when it comes to the scoring offense. But when you look at the CFL defense, there's no doubt, hands above everybody else is the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, 19.8 points against. BC, 20.8. Saskatchewan, 23.5. And those are your top 3 defensive team per game, points per game in the CFL. And the top 2 worst defense in the league, surprisingly enough, Hamilton, 27.4. Edmonton, 32.8. They are the worst. And Montreal is also right there at 27.3. So a little surprised to see Hamilton, because if you look at the identity of the Hamilton TigerCats, you know, you're not talking about the offense. It's always that physical defense of the Hamilton TigerCats. But as you can see, they do allow a lot of points per game. All right, let's get to the next segment right here, and we're going to talk about the standings. And in the Raymond Report, we always look at teams like A, B, and C type teams. In the Raymond Report, if you just go down, and I'll show you. When I talk about A type teams, I'm talking about teams that have a winning percentage of 60% or higher. B type teams, those are teams with a 50 to 59.9, and C type teams, those are teams below 500. And when I look at the chart right here, there's only 3 A type teams in the Canadian Football League, and that is Calgary, BC, and Winnipeg. I do like Calgary. I believe it's like plus 600 to win the Grey Cup, so good value. The last couple of weeks, they were up 850 when I recommended them, so keep an eye on the Calgary Stampeders. I love what Winnipeg, a 2-time defending Grey Cup champions. It's just the offense. I'm not seeing a lot of consistency out of that offense. Saskatchewan, a B-type team, along with Toronto. Only 2 B-type teams in the CFL. And then you got Montreal, Hamilton, Edmonton, and Ottawa. And the worst part about that is you got 3 Eastern Division teams that have a record below 500. And the confidence level right now, the highest, Winnipeg, BC, and Saskatchewan, along with Montreal, have a 66% confidence level when it comes to the market psychology of the CFL football fans and bettors. All right, that is your CFL report right there. And also what I do at the Raymond Report, I keep track of the type of teams in the Raymond Report, like I just showed you, the A, B, and C type teams. And I just want to show you this. If you're betting on the A type teams at home, they win 66.6% of their games. But check this out. Calgary, BC, and Winnipeg have a combined record of 14-2 on the road for 87.5% per game. So who says that, home teams is better to have the home teams as an advantage, when you can see here clearly, even on the road, some of these teams are making the road park their home park at 14-2, 87.5%. Now, the B-type teams, Toronto, Saskatchewan, winning 53.8% of their home games and 50% on the road. And those C-type teams only winning 26.3% of the road games at home. 26.3 at home and 30.4 on the road. So that's why in the Raymond Report, I don't bet on C-type teams. All right, let's get to your CFL Week 13 report. And you got the Ottawa Redblacks coming off that big win in Edmonton. And I tell you one thing, the happiest person on the plane on the ride home was Paul LaPolice, because he's feeling the pressure in Ottawa right now. And they were coming off a 25-18 win over the Edmonton Elks. Montreal, I believe they had a bye last week, so they're on 12 days rest. They're going to be well rested for this one. They're a 5.5-point favorite, and 49 is the total. We got the Alouettes winning here, 27-21. And we do have the total landing on 48.8, so we do like it to go just a hair under the total, and a 61.5% chance of winning compared to 26.4 for Ottawa. Winnipeg traveling to Saskatchewan, and this will be a back-and-forth type game. And you can see here, Winnipeg, a 3.5-point road favorite. The over-under is set at 44. We do have Winnipeg winning this one by 10. 28-18, the over-under at 47.1, a 78.9% chance of winning here for Winnipeg, who are coming off a 31-29 victory over the Calgary Stampeders, while Saskatchewan, they beat the BC Lions in an upset last weekend. 23-16 was the final, and the last 2 games for Saskatchewan have gone under the total. Toronto taking on the Hamilton TigerCats. Now look for Dane Evans to get the nod here this weekend, as Matthew Schultz will be out for an extended period of time with that wrist injury. -1 is the line, and I got a feeling by game time you're going to see Toronto -2, -3 once the news gets out that Hamilton's starting quarterback is out. And we do have Hamilton, but that's just according to the line. I do like Toronto against the point spread this weekend, 27.3 to 22.1, and the chance of winning this game, 56.8. And again, this is analytics, but the thing that analytics don't know is that the news came out late on Matthew Schultz not starting, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on Dane Evans to get the job done on Labor Day. Edmonton taking on the Calgary Stampeders. We do like the Stamps in this one as a 12.5-point favorite, 31.6 to 18.8. The over-under at 15.5, and we're giving the Calgary Stampeders a 72.2% chance of winning, and they are off a 31-29 loss to the Edmonton Elks. There you have it. That is the Raymond Report, CFL Week number 13 preview and prediction. Don't forget, you can get the entire Raymond Report tip sheet right here at atsstats.com. It's a very detailed tip sheet, and as you can see, there's stats and trends and a lot of analytics, and you can get that today just by going to our website, atsstats.com. Good luck.